Okay, guys, good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the DC Frenchman Show on YouTube. It is January 1st, 2024. 2024. Yep, 2024. It's a lot of years. A lot of years passed for me, and I'm still here to talk about it and tell about it. Okay, guys, tonight, I'm dedicating tonight I'm dedicating tonight's show is to my father, Eric Avon French, and my aunt Margie Guyton from Washington, D.C. She used to live on Sherman Avenue, and I'm dedicating the show to my babysitter, which was named Arthur. He used to be in a wheelchair, and he didn't have any legs. He only had his legs down to the stumps on his leg. My father used to leave me at his house after he go to work every day, and he would be my babysitter until my father got back. But at my babysitter's house, I used to have this first story is dedicated to my babysitter, Arthur. I used to have a little friend girl that used to be with me. I forgot what her name was because it was back 79 or the 80s or something like that. I think I was 12 or even 13 years old. And this particular day here, my father, he was, all right, get on up. You ready? It's time for me to go to work. I need to get you on over here to Arthur. Arthur stayed on the same hall, which was on the third floor, Washington, D.C., up on 14th Street, northwest of Washington, D.C., where I like to make my first mindset in life. Okay, my father was, get up, it's time to go, I need to go to work. I'm like, okay, let's go. I was ready to go anyway because I had a friend girl that was probably a year younger than me or 2 years younger than me. And Arthur used to babysit her too. That was his granddaughter. So he dropped me off over there, and I used to have fun all the time. No change schedule, everything was fine. That was my babysitter, Arthur. I used to help him get stuff out the refrigerator. If he needed it, he would tell me, go get me some more out the refrigerator. He would feed us, and he would babysit me and his daughter's daughter. So one particular day, I remember my aunt came over to Arthur's house. Like, who is that? Go to the door. Arthur asks who it is. And it's my Aunt Margie. She's like, I already called his daddy. I'm babysitting. I want to babysit my nephew today. We got things that we need to do. I loved it, my aunt too. Loved her to death. She used to drink a lot though. And I'm gonna tell you about this story right here, her demise. But she used to drink a whole lot, which I didn't care. She used to like to fight a whole lot and drink and party and be in DC. I loved her. But she comes and, okay, Arthur, I tell my little girlfriend, bye. I tell Arthur that I'll see them, that I'll see them later or whatever. I'll check them out and see them later. But my aunt, she takes me away to her house, which was on Sherman. That's people out there shooting guns for the New Year's, y'all, but her apartment was on Sherman Avenue. But she took me over there to Sherman Avenue, and I said she had picked me up at 9 o'clock. It was early that morning when she had picked me up. And she had she was in the bathroom, as I remember, if I'm not mistaken. She was in the restroom, and I was looking at the news and the cartoons at the same time, and I was like, while I'm looking at the news, I see my apartment building on there, 12 o'clock news. And I'm like, what the heck? And I call my aunt into the room where the TV was, and she comes in there, and she looks at the TV, and she's like, man, that's your building right there. That's your building. I told her, I know that's my building. I was like, I wonder what's going on. I wonder what's going on over here, over there, because I was maybe a good 8 blocks away from the house. My aunt didn't stay too far away from us. She stayed on Sherman. I stayed on 14th, and she was like, after she got herself together, let's walk back around there and see what's going on at the building. It might be a fire or something like that. It wasn't a fire, guys. It wasn't a fire at all. Before I left out the house, though, y'all, I forgot to tell y'all, his granddaughter was there, but his daughter was there too. She looked like I used to like her. I think she was maybe 18, 19, 20. She was, in her midlife. Just, yeah, about that age right there. But she was there too that day that I had left. And when we had came back to the building and went upstairs, they would not let us go on the floor that I live on. They wouldn't let me get back into the apartment building up on our floor. So my aunt started asking around. She knows something's going on. She knew where Arthur's apartment was, down at the end of the hallway to the left, which I'll never forget. And she came back and told me that everybody in Arthur's apartment building had got massacred. Everybody in there had got shot in the head. Somebody had came in there, kicked the door open, shot Arthur in the head in a wheelchair, shot the girl in the head, which was about 19 or 20, and shot my little friend girl in the head. A little bitty girl. And I was supposed to have been there that day, back in the 80s, 79 or 80, somewhere around there. I was still in high school, if I'm not mistaken, or junior high. No, I might have been in junior high school. Yeah, I was in junior high. I don't know, junior high, but I remember the time I almost died at Arthur's house, my babysitter. Everybody got massacred, shot in the head. I was the only one to survive because my aunt came and picked me up earlier that morning. And that's how I'm spending my New Year's, just reminiscing about still being here and stuff, still alive. Yeah, still alive. I want to tell y'all another little something about my aunt. My aunt Margie. I'm gonna tell you how she met her demise. I say maybe a year or 2 years, a year after that. I try to suppress all these memories in my mind so I don't remember about all the death and all the bad things that happened to me in my life. Still holding on though. My aunt met her demise like this. I used to run away from home a lot, away from my father up here in Washington, D.C. I used to try to find anywhere I could live and stay without even having to go back home to my father. But I love my father to death right now and miss him, and I'm glad he was harsh on me because I needed it. That's why I'm still here. But I remember I ran away from home one time. When I ran away to my aunt Margie house, Margie Guyton. I ran away to her house. And my father knew I was there. He just knew I didn't want to come back. So that's which is his sister. He was like, go ahead on and stay over there, but I'm coming to get you. I'm coming back to get you. So he let me stay over my aunt's house. So my aunt, she used to get drunk, as I told you a lot. Her and she had a boyfriend named Gene. And her and Gene, he was an Army vet, retired World War I or World War II vet. He used to drink a lot, and when he go to sleep, he used to have these postpartum dreams, hollering and screaming and waking up, grabbing things, throwing things, ready to shoot people and kill and stuff. So this particular time when I ran away from home, I ran away to my aunt's house, and over there and I was staying with them, and they used to be fighting, but I could always break them up. And he would stop fighting and hitting on my aunt and stuff like that when I was around. He wouldn't fight and do that crap whenever I wasn't around and stuff. So my father, one particular day they was fighting. I remember it was earlier, but they had stopped fighting, and somehow or some reason freaking father just so happened to come over there or something. I don't know how he got over it. I mean, well, I know how he got over it, but I don't know what made him come over there that day. But that freaking day right there that I left and went back with my father told me in the next few hours, it was the next day, yeah, because once I left and came back, I was like, I mean, I didn't come back. Once I left and got into the house the next day, my father said, man, your aunt is dead, man. I'm sorry to tell you that, but your aunt is dead. Gene killed your aunt and strangled her to death. When I asked him what happened, he told me that we were just fighting and I was trying to push her off of me, and I remember pushing her and holding her down and stuff, and she stopped messing with me. She stopped messing with me or something. Or blah blah this or whatever the hell he was talking about. And he said that he went back in there and got in the bed and went to sleep. And he said when he woke back up the next day, that he tried to wake my aunt up. She was still on the floor. He strangled my aunt. He strangled my aunt to death in the middle of the floor, right where I used to chill and play at. And look out the window. I'll always remember that. Yep. Damn Gene strangled my aunt Margie. The same next day, that night when I left, she was dead the next morning. She saved my life, and now she's dead. And that's a big reason why I'm doing this show tonight, because I'm just giving respect and paying homage to my father and family that protected me and saved my life. And it just seemed like I wasn't there for her to help her save her life. But he went to prison, he went to army prison, into a crazy house, and died off. He was already 80 to 90 years old, probably. But I just want to share y'all a little part of the DC Frenchman's life and all the struggles and mishaps and turmoil that I've been through. I know y'all showing a lot of police stuff on my channel all the time. That's what all I know, and that's what I've seen most of my life. Turmoil, but times have been happy. I'm still here. Yay! 2024. 2024, y'all. And I'm still here. 1967 when I was born. And I'm still here feeling healthy, representing for my family. This is more, but I don't even care if YouTube don't never pay me. I'm making these shows because my daughters and all my kids act like they don't never want to spend time with their dad and see what their dad up to after I done raised most of them, except my two boys. All the girls, I don't know. So I'm just leaving them a story of their father's life, so because they didn't never ask me now, they can look on YouTube and find out about me, find out about what happened with me in my life, and why I act the way I act, and where I've been and where I come from. But like, share, and subscribe. Tune in to the DC Frenchman Show. I love you, Aunt Margie, and I love you, Eric Avon French. And let me still be here and teaching you how to be here, teaching you how to be a man. Here's a toast. Happy 2024 to my YouTube world. Thank y'all for watching my channel and been doing a lot of subscribing and likes and shares. I really do like that about y'all. You just tell me what y'all like on these comments, what y'all want to see, and I'm going to try to make y'all happy. I don't care if I don't never get paid from it. I just want to make y'all happy and leave an impression on the world. Because you can never get rich. I don't care what you do, you're gonna always go down. But like, share, and subscribe to the DC Frenchman Show. You'll have a nice evening.